we couldn't make it, and so she asked me to stand in for her. I'm Shigai Suwinti. For those that don't know me, for those that do, hello. You can call me Shigi. First order of business today, Jesse Schmidt. Where are you? Oh, there he is. Will come and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and thought for the day.
Chet is a computer instructor by day and by night a musician and an author. Please give a warm welcome to Chet.
Yes, and I would like to introduce my guest, Georgia Richardson, and she's put in her application to join Rotary.
Happy to be here, by the way. So, I'd like to ask them to stand up. Please stand up. Don't get your old man like that. Harold Lowe IV, Daniel Lowe, the happy person to be here, and Taylor Lowe, her first visit. She happens to rank number one at Skyline High School right now.
Any other guests?
Joanne Poole, and I have two guests with me. I have John Khan, my co-founder of Morning Angel Communications. John was also at the WeWork event last night and is originally from Istanbul. So if he smiles a lot, nods, just gotta give us that here, right, John? And then I also have my special guest, Carter Poole. This is my son.
My name is Tori Howard, and I'm with the Oakland Promise, and it is my pleasure to introduce to you today my co-worker, Leanna Powell, who is in the Community Engagement Department, and she is our expert. So if you need to know anything about Oakland Promise, you should talk to her.
President Chingy, and fellow Rotarians and guests, it's my pleasure to introduce a couple of guests. Jesse Berg. He is a children's book author, and he flew out here, his hometown, Oakland, to read to the children for the African American Month, his book, and it was a pleasure having him join us a couple weeks ago. Jesse Berg, please welcome to him. And my second guest, he is no stranger to lunch. He's very happy to be here because he's not at school. Sebastian, 10-year-old. Please welcome Sebastian. And President Chingy, would you like to introduce your guest?
Yes, I have one guest. This is her first Rotary meeting. Some of you may have met her at the gala last year. My wife, Amber McIntosh. And that's everybody. All the guests that came here, thank you, and welcome to Rotary. We hope you enjoy it. So our next speaker is Robert, who has some very interesting updates for us about hiking and the outdoors life.
Hold your applause, please. Thank you, Mr. President. When I say the words Southern Alameda County, what do you think? What do you think? I'll tell you what I think. Southern Alameda County brings images of Highway 880, 5:30 at night, lots of company around me, all of us traveling about 5 miles an hour. What I'd like to do, what President Goodwin would like to do, is introduce you to a new vision of Southern Alameda County. A week from this Sunday, not this Sunday, but a week from next Sunday, we're going to be hiking in the Snow Regional Park. Snow Regional Park is at the very southern end of Alameda County, just off Highway 680. We're going to be taking a hike out through what's known as the Little Yosemite Valley. And what could be more enticing than that? Now, I have to tell you, in recognizing the four-way test, the Little Yosemite Valley should not be confused with the Big Yosemite Valley. But it's a wonderful experience to see what the East Bay Hills are like. We'll be hiking for about an hour out, an hour back. We'll be gathering in snow about 9 o'clock in the morning. So look for that for details. I hope you'll join us on March 3rd.
So February is Black History Month, and it's the 21st. We have 7 more days in this month. It's been very action-packed. There's been a lot of amazing events in the city of Oakland. This is, in many ways, an epicenter of a lot of Black culture in this country. And in the remaining 7 days, we still have a lot more events. If you haven't attended any, this is a great opportunity. This is some heads up about some 4 big ones that are going to be coming up. The first one is Black Vines. This is a wine tour with Black winemakers that are local. This will be the 23rd in DeFreemery Park. The next one is the Art of Living Black. This is at Oakstop. If any of you are familiar with the Oakstop sort of co-working spaces, they have a number of different artists that are going to be showing their work over the course of, well, there are 2 this month and then 2 in early March as well. So the 23rd and the 24th. The Black Joy Parade, it's going to be on the 24th. It's going to start on the 14th in Harrison. Do not miss that. That is pretty epic. I was able to go last year and I loved it. And then the 4th one is Question Ridge. It's an exhibit at the Oakland Museum of California. That's going to be going through the 25th, so there's a few more days to enjoy that. It's another very, very interesting exposure to a lot of different perspectives. This one talks about perspective of Black males in America. So again, these are all things that are worth going to. Don't miss them. And so hopefully you can make at least one of these. So next up we have David Stein. He has some announcements for ringing the bell.
There it goes. Okay. President for the day, Shinye. I First thing I need to know is there any press in the house? Okay, the second thing I need to know, can you all keep a secret for one day? I'm about to share something with you, but you need to promise me you'll keep it a secret for one day. Okay. You promise? Okay. You promise, okay. 17 years ago, my wife, who was stuck on a 6-week jury trial, which is why I'm doing this and she's not, 17 years ago, CJ started as the executive director of Children's Fairyland. In those 17 years, they built Aesop's Playhouse, 250-seat theater, they restored the puppet theater, they built the new entryway, they funded Jack and Jill Hill, Berry Music Farm, Old West Junction. They doubled the park's attendance to over 220,000 visitors a year. They created a scholarship program for their now sold-out summer camp. They started programs for STEM and literacy. They have programs, you may not know this, but they have programs that serve children in foster care, families who are in temporary shelters, and children with special needs. And they now fund over 16,000 youth and family members for subsidized or free visits to the park. That's a pretty good track record for 17 years. Now here's what you need to keep a secret till tomorrow. Tomorrow will become public that as of the end of this summer, in August, CJ will be retiring as the executive director of Children's Fairyland. And in her honor and on behalf of her retirement, I would like to ring the bell. Thank you.
I don't think anybody's writing them down, so.
Okay.
Since Pat's on it, right back there.
Okay. Can we reach out to Pat afterwards? You know, each of you who raised your hands, honor system. Oh, yes. The bell ringer is a generous donation to the Oakland Rotary Endowment. It's $100 for each ring of the bell. So thank you for that, and it's congratulations to CJ. Next up we have, David Gerber, who's going to tell us more about the Rising Star program.
Thank you, Sheenie. So, if you have a cell phone, raise your hand. All right, take out your phone real quick. I want you to go to leadersinmotion.co. So, leadersinmotion.co. So, on behalf of Leaders in Motion for Oakland Rotary, we have a Rising Star Award that we're going to be presenting, and we're accepting nominations through March 31st. So, you got 5 weeks. So, the 3 categories that we're looking at is social entrepreneurs, nonprofit leaders, and community activists. So, did everybody able to find leadersinmotion.co, and are you able to see where you can nominate? There's a quick button there, you click on nominate a leader. Yeah. All right, so if anybody not able to find it, raise your hand. I'll come help you. Yeah, everybody good? So you've got 5 weeks to nominate a Rising Star. Again, nonprofit leaders, community activists. Go ahead and send them in there, and then we'll be announcing that later this spring. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Next up we have Leanne Alameda, who is going to tell us more about the Business Expo.
Hello, everyone. I am excited to tell you more about the upcoming Business Development Committee's first annual East Bay Expo, Business Expo. And it's going to be on April 4th. And it's a collaboration actually between Rotary and the East Bay Economic Development Alliance. So if you are a business owner, this is an amazing opportunity for you to raise awareness of your business and bring in potential customer leads, but also possibly create partnerships with different businesses to become referral partners. The cost to be an exhibitor is $300 for Rotarians, which gets you a 6-foot table. There'll be a private reception with the other exhibitors, and the potential to get a lot of new client leads. So our goal is to have 60 exhibitors. 20 are being allocated to the East Bay Economic Development Alliance, and then the remaining 40 will be for our club or other East Bay businesses. So as of right now, we only have 7 slots left, so we really encourage you to act soon. So there are some forms on the tables there. If you want to fill those out and then return them to myself or Danny Mai, who's I think somewhere around here. And if you know of another business in East Bay that might be interested in taking advantage of this opportunity, please pass on the information to them. As for the event itself, it's going to be on April 4th from 5:30 to 7:30 at the Greek Orthodox Church in Oakland. It's free. We're going to have great food, drinks, entertainment, and a raffle to win 2 Southwest tickets to anywhere that they fly. And this is also a great opportunity for you to invite colleagues or customers or friends who are interested in networking and also want to learn more about the Rotary. We have an event on our Facebook page that you can share with your network there, or there's some flyers on the table. We have an Eventbrite page you can send out to people. Please invite your friends, and we hope to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, it's getting to be that time of year. You know what time it is. Time for the gala. So Diane Harris, where are you? She has more updates for that.
Thank you, Judy. Hey, everybody. Last night I was at the membership event at We Work, and who else was there? Raise your hand. Was that the most amazing event? I thought you guys all did a great job, and I think it was a great event. And I had the opportunity to talk with a lot of people there, not a lot, but as many as I could talk with. And some of them asked me why I joined Rotary. And I was happy to tell them, and I'll share with you what I told them. I joined Rotary because I wanted to belong to a community, and I wanted to do service. And the membership in this club has given me all that and much more. I'm so grateful. And it's my 2-year anniversary. Woo-hoo. And one woman asked me, she said, have you looked around this room? How many people do you know here? I said, I know everybody. I know all the members. And I was so happy to be able to say that. So in my service role as the chair of the gala, you're all going to be so sick of seeing me by the time May rolls around. I've been given the opportunity and the responsibility to make a big impact. The gala is tasked with bringing in roughly 1/3 of the year's funds for the Oakland Rotary Endowment. This is the money that makes our projects possible, our service projects possible. So it's not just my responsibility to make this event a success, it's all of yours as well. Now, the good news is your part is easy. You just have to show up and have fun and bring your friends and family, and it's going to be a really fun event. You can obviously sponsor a table or become a sponsor of the event. One of our main goals this year is, as Goodrun's always saying, don't keep Rotary a secret. Well, don't keep this gala a secret. Tell everybody you know. I put a bunch of flyers on the table, so take those away with you. We got plenty more, and hand them out to everybody that we know. We're trying to spread the great word about what Oakland Rotary does. And there's more good news. This year we're keeping the ticket price the same as last year. So it's going to be $150, and tickets will go on sale probably around the beginning of March. So start putting your guest list together and figure out who you're going to invite, and mark your calendars. It's Rotary in the Meadow, a farm-to-table event, May 4th at Mills College. And I think I have like 10 extra seconds, I want to make a plug also for the new member dinner on the 26th at Scott's Seafood. And if anybody hasn't signed up for that, new members, also committee chairs. We need a few more committee chairs to come and talk about what your passion is with Rotary. Thank you very much.
And now what you've all been waiting for, Allison, to introduce our guests for today.
Thank you, President. So you see the sign underneath me, it says, "Be the inspiration." Today, you get to be really inspired. I first met the Oakland Interfaith Gospel Choir, sitting over here, at the Oakland Symphony concert, and almost fell out of my chair. They're so powerful. How many of you have heard the choir? There's a lot of hands here. So the choir's purpose is to inspire joy and unity through Black gospel and spiritual music traditions. Our Rotary Community Service Committee awarded them a grant this year to further their cultural work. Do you guys remember that thank you video song that they sent us? Wasn't that cool? So since 1986, the choir has performed thousands of times around the Bay Area and the world. They've been featured at the Montreux Jazz Festival in Switzerland and jazz festivals in Norway and Copenhagen. Maybe you've seen them locally performing for the NFL Super Bowl 50 or the national anthem and halftime show for the Golden State Warriors. Anybody? Okay, how about Outside Land Festival or throughout the city of Oakland? Artistic Director Terrence Kelly was awarded the Dr. Edwin Hawkins Excellence Award in 2013. And if you've never heard him sing, you do not know what you're missing. Let's welcome Terrence and the Oakland Interfaith Gospel Choir.
We're going to roll the video first.
The Oakland Interfaith Gospel Choir as a different kind of choir.
I remember coming to my first rehearsal and not knowing a thing. He said, well, you have to sing and clap and rock.
Here you have a choir with 13, 14 different faiths represented who decide to celebrate instead of tolerate differences.
All these faiths and races, it's amazing. No one looks like us, and no one sounds like us.
Gospel music was really the sound of hope. It was soul, it was rock, it was everything.
We have a cause because when we sing and we go to the jails and the rest homes, we hope to inspire one person to get them through the next day.
He said love, he said joy, he said peace, he said peace, we said love, we said love.
And the world needs to see that people that are not alike can do something beautiful together.
Thank you very much. That's part of our newly released video documentary, One Voice. The Oakland Interfaith Gospel Choir has been singing for 30
4 years. I think I was 6 when we started. We sing in the prisons, the homeless shelters, and outside places sometimes for people who cannot afford to buy a ticket. And one thing I really appreciate about our members is that they sing, I think, maybe harder at those events because those people can't go to the Paramount, they can't afford a Paramount ticket. So we go to these places and we sing and we share our message of inclusion and love. And what I said on the video, I really mean, if the rest of the world would take on a little bit of this model of, we can do a few things great together if we can give up a lot of things, you know, that we do personally. So we have 13 faiths represented in the choir, and I'll talk to you a little bit more, but we're going to walk you through a couple of things. This is going to be a Negro spiritual. How many know that you know one? You're not sure? If you recognize, sing along. God laid down my burdens down my. Stop. This is a gospel choir. You have to sing along, gospel choir. God laid down my burdens down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. God laid down my burdens down by the riverside. Oh, steady on, Lord. So we're going to sing a Negro spiritual choir. Oh Lord, please hear my prayer. bass here and I could hit that note because I'm tired. I normally can't hit that second bass note. All right, so we're, as you can tell, only a part of the choir. There is some conglomeration of the choir that goes out 60 times during the year to sing either at corporate performances, or events like today, breakfasts, services, weddings, or you see the big choir at the Paramount and at Davies Symphony Hall, or at Oakland Pride or something like that. There are 3 choirs. The gospel choir, which is the oldest entity, and then about 60 of them. The community choir, there's 196. Yeah, that's a done by vision group, and they come together just to have fun, and they practice once a month. It's a hoot. And then we have the youth choirs, about 25 of them. They are absolutely amazing. We have students that have graduated that are at Harvard, Howard, Hampton, Davis, Irvine, and a few other schools. The Harvard program is a master's program. Right now, these are our kids from Oakland. So give our youth a hand. In Oakland and not acknowledge Edwin Hawkins. He is the father of contemporary gospel music. So we're going to sing another song for you, Oh Happy Day. If you know it, sing along and clap along. Real gospel style, you can get up out of the